If I had white privilege, I wouldn't want to give it up either. If I was white and somebody told me that in order for me to, for blacks to have equality in America, I would have to give up a percentage of white privilege, I wouldn't give it up. I just wouldn't. Who would? Who would give up having the ability to do whatever you want to do and not have to face any consequences? And if you did, those consequences will be at a minimum. The older I get, the more analytical I get, the more understanding I get. I'm not saying white privilege and people that practice it is right. It's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying that what I'm doing is I'm getting into the minds of white people and why they do what they do. And then I sit back and I say to myself, well, if I had that privilege, if I had that type of power, would I hand it over? Would I want my fellow man and woman to be equal to me? No, I wouldn't. I would be stingy. Just that plain and simple. I would want it all to myself. That plain and simple. Now, where I draw the line is, as if I had it, I wouldn't abuse anybody. I wouldn't kill anyone. I wouldn't use my white privilege in order to cause harm overall to anyone. And I do realize what some of you are going to say, that parts of white privilege does that. And I get it. Like, I'll give you an example. George Zimmerman, what he did to Trayvon Martin. That white privilege helped him out. So at times, white privilege can hurt, sometimes kill people. Now I know what you're going to say. George Zimmerman is not white, but he is what white privilege stands for. You understand? Like, he is on their side. So they gave him the pass. And it's just that plain and simple. But I wouldn't want to use my white privilege in order to hurt anyone. But at the end of the day, I definitely wouldn't want to give up my white privilege for black people. I just wouldn't. You know what I'm saying? You see, this is the thing. White people practice code, and they're on code at all times. All times, whether they're at work, whether they're at home, whether they're out and about, a restaurant, etc., or whatever. That code is, they stick together. And no matter how outlandish a white person is, they always will back another white person. Like, take for example, the whole Donald Trump thing. Prior to him doing what he did, saying what he said, that invoked that riot that the Proud Boys and the Boogaloo Boys, did on the Capitol. Prior to that, they backed him. And even afterwards, there were some that still backed him after he gave that hate speech and like pushed them to go and riot at the Capitol. But prior to that, a lot of people backed him. No matter what he said, no matter what he did, they backed him. Black people won't do that. The first damn thing first wrong thing that a black person does, oh, I ain't messing with him. First wrong thing that your family member does, a friend, oh, I ain't messing with him anymore. Oh, you were wrong. And you'll call black people. Black people will call black people out in front of everybody. That plain and simple. And some people may sit back and say, well, Langston, aren't you doing the same thing by making YouTube videos? Yeah, but let me get you to understand. It's not like white people don't know our flaws. We show them our flaws all the time. We run our mouth too goddamn much. I'll give you an example. We had slang ebonics, right? And this was a language. We created a language out of the American Anglo-Saxon English language. right? White people and other people didn't know the language. And then we started teaching them that. You know, like, I'll give you an example. Yo, you bugging. White people would be like, what does that mean? And then we would turn around and say, bugging means that you tripping, you going crazy, you're not acting normal. We just gave away a link. We were able to talk to one another, black people, and other people couldn't understand what we were saying. But now, every damn slang word, or Ebonic word that we use, we tell them, we let them know. We give them what you call, in modernized times, the source. Everybody talking about the game is to be not told, the game is not to be told, it's to be sold. Ain't nobody selling the game. We teach them how to rap, we teach them how to dance, we teach them how to dress, we teaching them all our culture. White people don't do that. You got to go to their schools to learn their culture, so to speak, their culture, because I mean they really don't have one, but for the most part, to learn their culture, to learn their knowledge. They tax your ass on it. And some of you all are still in debt by going to four-year colleges. And that's crazy to me. So we're never on code. Never. And let me tell you something. For all y'all don't know, I'm just going to come straight out and say it. I'm an elitist. I'm just being real. If I can't fuck with you if you don't have a certain IQ. And what I mean by that is, I'm not talking about an IQ like what's your IQ? No, I'm talking about like common sense. If you don't have common sense, I don't want to mess with you. I feel as though that you're a meatless eater. A useless meat eater. That's what I feel. If you don't have a certain type of intelligence, I don't want to spend time or day talking to you. This is where it gets really, really rough. It gets really, really rough. I didn't say I agree. I said I understand. So don't misquote me on this. Didn't say I agree. I said I understand. So when you have Bill Gates that says that he wants to depopulate the planet, and his excuse is we're running out of resources, food and water, etc., and there's not enough land to fit a certain amount of people, which is all bullshit. You just want to depopulate the planet because you know that your race is dying out. So you're using tactics such as I'm gonna take it there. You're using tactics such as, interracial relationships, interracial marriage in order to keep your gene alive. You're going to these black people, they have abortion clinics in their communities. In white people's communities, they have fertility clinics. They know that they're dying out. So therefore, they have to kill off a couple of million of the melanated people. Because it's not just black people that they're killing. It's melanated people. But they are specifically trying to kill off black people. I didn't say I agree with it. I say I understand it. Because I have that same type of sentiment. I feel as though that those persons that went to the Capitol, those people need to be, I don't know, I'm not going to say it on YouTube, but I'm into depopulation. I feel as though that there are certain people that don't need to be on this planet. And those mainly that don't need to be on this planet are racist people. Period. So there you have it. I'm an elitist. If you don't have common sense, I'm not messing with you. And I don't think that you should exist on this planet. And I have friends that think that same way. I mean, Pretty Ricky is worse than I am. He doesn't like people. And neither do I really. I don't. I don't like people. I'm an introvert. You know what I'm saying? If you have common sense, if you cool, I'll mess with you. But if you're not, I don't like people, man. I just don't. I think the vast majority of the population is just not smart. I'm just being real with you. I'm not talking about your mother. I'm not talking about you. I'm just saying in general. People that look at my videos, I think that they're educated. I think that they're smart. I think that they got common sense. I learn a lot from you all on the comment in the comment section by reading your comments. So I'm not talking about you all, but I am talking about the vast majority of the population on this planet. That plain and simple. Let me tell you something. Oh man, this gets really, really ugly. This gets really, really ugly. The only reason why I'm bitching and complaining about the New World Order and the this and the that and Donald Trump and blah, 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 because I'm caught in the mix of this mess. If I wasn't caught in the mix of all this bullshit, I wouldn't even care. If I was somewhere living off the grid or whatever have you, and I stayed in my tribe, and the people that thought like me, we were alikes, brothers and sisters, you know what I'm saying? I wouldn't even care. I wouldn't even care what happened. That plain and simple. And I know some of y'all ain't gonna like it, but that's just how I feel. That's my take on it. That's my take on it. Yo, I'm telling you, if I had, I'll put it to you like this. I'll reverse it. I'll use it like this. I have melanin in my skin, right? It's obvious that there are a lot of people that are melanin recessive that walk around this planet. I'm telling you, I'm not willing to give up my melanin for no one. Matter of fact, I'm not willing to give up my blackness for no one. Man, being black, you're talented, you're creative. And if you're a man, your man downstairs is nice. Like my man downstairs is nice, yo. It's nice. I don't want to give up my peace, you know what I'm saying? It's nice. I talk to him, you know what I'm saying? When I'm washing him and everything, I talk to him. The women love him. Man, being black is, you know, aside from racism, if that exists, we truly would be the gods of this planet. Because we equipped with everything. Like, yo, man, I'm not into God and Jesus Christ and all the rest of that stuff. I don't really know exactly like where I stand with who created us, but whomever created us, whether it's one person or a plural or a scientist or whatever, they did a good job. They did a good job with my man downstairs. I am happy that I'm black. Very satisfied. Period. Man, look at this hair, man. We're the only species of human species that has this type of hair. You know what I'm saying? When we brush our hair, we got waves. Some got curly hair. Man, come on, man. It's fly being black. Like when I walk and like when I talk, man, it's fly. I love it, man. I love being black. I wouldn't give up my blackness for no one. So just think about it. Why would white people give up their white privilege? That's all they have. That's all that they're clinging on to. So just think about that. Other than that, I hope that I ruffled a lot of feathers, because it's time to get real busy on these channels. Real busy.